Hello, my name is Jessica Miles. Here is my student ID, and we are going to start my persuasive speech. As you can see my two audience members here, and let's get moving. Have you ever done this? Walked into a classroom and 90% of your fellow students are half asleep, can barely keep their head up? I know I've had the problem. I know I've been the sleepy student. I've easily been working on group projects and half of my group is asleep, not able to really participate. Really kind of a downer because you need everybody's participation in a group project. But what's even worse is when you ask a professor a question and you get this, they have no idea what you just said. Whether you're the student who has been up to all hours working on the project, or you're the professor who was up late grading all of our projects, sleep deprivation is a serious problem that we can all identify with. According to the University Times, coffee consumption is at an increase among college students and professors over many years, and it's because we all understand that it can help us. It can help us with our alertness, and it can help us understand and basically function when we're sleepy. So what I propose is I believe coffee should be free to students and professors. And if we were to have this extra motivation and this extra energy for, let's say, 2 hours, the amount of time of a normal lecture, I believe that you're going to have a better attitude in class and your participation is going to increase. So what we're going to do today is we're going to review how coffee or caffeine, the active ingredient in coffee, actually works, some experimental data proving how it can help those of us with decreased, sleep from the previous night. And we're going to see how it can benefit professors and students and the actual cost of a cup of coffee. A lot of people think that coffee actually gives you energy, but it's really not how it works. So we're going to go over how caffeine actually works in the brain. Please notice the caffeine molecule on the right side of the screen and the adenosine on the left side of the screen. This is a video provided from BI Science, just so you know.
Here's how it works. When you drink a cup of coffee or a can of soda, the caffeine gets into your bloodstream and makes its way to your brain. That's where it meets the adenosine receptor. Since caffeine and adenosine look so similar, the receptor cells happily bind the caffeine instead of the adenosine. Basically, the caffeine is stopping adenosine from slowing things down by taking its place. So your brain cells stop getting the slow down signals from adenosine. That boosts blood pressure and heart rate and keeps you alert.
So now we know how the caffeine molecule actually works in the brain. We're going to review some experimental data that was done by the Institute of Medicine Committee on Military Nutrition. They were trying to find out how this could help our soldiers. And as you can see, with as little as 150 milligrams, they had proof of decreased confusion and fatigue, whereas it actually increased vigor, talkativeness, alertness, and confidence. And up to 6 hours, general performance was increased, in addition to reduced sleepiness for up to 12 hours. Now, you kind of have to be careful on when you drink your coffee, because obviously you don't want to be kept up for 12 hours at all times. But now let's go ahead and review how these benefits or symptoms, lack of symptoms rather, can help students and professors. For instance, a professor will be able to move through their lectures with much more speed, confidence, accuracy, and cognitive abilities, whereas the students, they'll be able to understand a lot more because also their cognitive abilities are increased, in addition to their logical reasoning, their attention, and their participation, because they'll have that extra energy and their understanding, and they can, ask more questions. And obviously, if you're in a team, you want this among your fellow students, even if you don't drink the coffee yourself, for crying out loud, if they're half asleep, give them a cup of coffee, So the other problem with this, though, is students are broke, college costs a lot of money. So this is why, if the college provided it for us, we could all benefit from it. However, let's go ahead and go over the cost of a cup of coffee. According to USA Today, if you were to drink one Starbucks coffee a day for a month, it's going to cost you about $63, and this is a low-end Starbucks. If you drink at Starbucks every day for a year, you're over $750 just for your daily coffee, which is absolutely insane. However, if you look at a home brewed cup of coffee, it's only $2.46 or $2.40 a month. And that only equates to about, less than $30 a year. So for a college to implement a cheap cup of coffee, it would be so beneficial all around because it's actually going to benefit the overall GPA if we can all participate and learn better or teach more cognitively. So now that we have gone over how coffee actually impacts the brain, some experimental data proving on what symptoms can be decreased and increased, in addition to the cup of coffee cost, I implore you, if you feel as strongly about this as I do, talk to your student government representatives, or even go to your dean's forum at the end of the month. Put a bug in their ear, because this is something that very well may have never even been thought of. And here are my references. Thank you.